Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Backpack. Ready?
Here we go. Double time.
Great finish, son.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. They'll run. It's Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Darnold from the gun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. Ready?
Check. Watch 54. I got one.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board. Darnold
going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Darnold. Got a man. It's Breshad Perriman. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He's got this one complete to Perriman. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Number 53. Mike 53. Check Mike.
Back to throw Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on first.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Nickel Roby brings him down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A good gain there on 1st down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Empty. Sunday.
Now Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play ability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Darnold, and that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
They can't do
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition...
As Sanders has it poked free, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Darnold. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd and 2, Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 22 yards there, a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Wentz now to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Do it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Play 56, play 56. Get that ball,
Again, it's Bell. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the 17, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustment.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Oh, he will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Another run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Sanders. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Go. Go.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Black.
Check 99. Check 99.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
Son, waiting.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Check.
Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
They're still going to go for it on 4th and goal even after the penalty. No sign of the field goal team. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Darnold down to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman.
Pac-Man. 120.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And a short gain here down to the 22. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Here we go. 180.
57's the mic. Come on.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Jets. Come on. You better bring it.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Here we go. Waiting.
54.
On 1st down, Scott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go again with Scott. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz,
and he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Scott. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The sack by Margus Hunt. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Scott. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. He's going to let this go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Darnold on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, "Oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here." They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Stop your whining.
On second down now, it's Scott. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Scott. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 3 buzz. 3.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.